Welcome to Big Show Entertainment Network's Big Show News for the week of October the 6th, 2018. And we are live and on location at Rocket Fizz here in Colorado Springs. And it is a cool morning. It is Air Force Navy today, so go Air Force, sink the midshipmen. But we are here and ready to go. Big Show Entertainment Network, the home of Super Dave Raines and the Big Show, Own the Love. Big Show Entertainment Network's The Fix, To the Next Tier, and Ben After Dark. Live well and party on. And boy, did we party on last night at Red Rocks and the Church nightclub, and we'll get into that a little bit later. So let's get right into Super Dave Raines and the Big Show news. We had a fabulous time this past Thursday night at the Cinemark IMAX here in Colorado Springs at the North American premiere of Venom. And you can catch my written review, my lightning reaction on Super Dave Raines and the Big Show Facebook page. That was a fabulous movie. Really enjoyed it. Great job done by Tom Hardy and the whole crew. So let's get right to it. As I said, Super Dave Raines and the Big Show will be at the Cinemark IMAX on the 2nd of November for the Nutcracker and the Four Realms. And hopefully that will be the return of DJ Big Mike. On the 16th of November, we'll be at the United Artists Theater in Denver, number 9 off I-25 in Colorado, for a special edition of Super Dave Raines and the Big Show with Generally Nerdy for Fantastic Beast and the Crimes of Grindelwald. So really looking forward to that. On the 21st of November, right before Thanksgiving, we'll be back here in the Springs at the Cinemark IMAX here in over on Carefree Circle for Wreck-It Ralph. Ralph Breaks the Internet. Really excited for that. And then we get into December. On the 20th of December, we will be back in Denver at the United Artists Theater number 9 off I-25 in Colorado for a special edition of Super Dave Raines and the Big Show with Generally Nerdy for Aquaman. And then the Saturday following, we will be at Icon Cinema for another special edition of Super Dave Raines and the Big Show for Bumblebee. And that'll be a 10 a.m. in the morning show. So kids, come on out, hang out. We'll have comic book Nate Kowalski on the show answering all your questions on the Transformers universe. And then thereafter, probably that Sunday, we will catch Mary Poppins and have a show for that. So that is news for Super Dave Raines and the Big Show. I'm going to turn it over to those awesome, spectacular, amazing guys from Big Show Entertainment Network's The Fix, To the Next Tier, Jeffrey and Chase. Take it away, guys.
Hey there, fans. This is coming to you from the attics for The Fix. Yeah, and everything news about cars, tech, and video games. So, starting out with video games, today, or a little bit earlier this week actually, Sean Layden, which was Sony Interactive Entertainment's boss.
I think he still is, isn't he?
Yes, he still is. He says they're not going to have any PlayStation Experience this year, PSX for short. So that's just because they don't have enough things in the oven. They don't have enough video game releases in mind to make a whole experience out of it. So we'll probably still be getting those updates about new video games coming up, but they're not going to have that full convention this year.
Do you think then that that's a sign of the times? Do you think maybe Sony's falling a little bit behind as far as this? Because everyone else is having their huge conventions. I mean, Nintendo's certainly out and about there. They're always releasing new tech, releasing new updates. Xbox, Microsoft is certainly going hard, and the PC front is always up and running. Do you think this will set Sony behind in terms of this huge rat race that is the video game industry?
No, I actually think it's going to get them ahead because the projects that they are working on, like Days Gone, they're putting a lot of work and effort into them. So they're going to come out at a higher quality. At least that's what I'm hoping for. So it's better not to rush things and not to just put things out for the sake of making money and just putting them out. You gotta kind of let it slide. Yeah.
All right, cool. So then we got some car news as well going on right now. After a 16-year hiatus, after coming to many people's attention in 2001, debuting in the very first Fast and Furious film. I know it feels like a long time, folks, but the Supra is coming back. Earlier, there were rumors this year at the Geneva Motor Show in March due to a concept that was going to be track only that bore the Supra's name. Now it is actually official. We don't know quite yet when it's coming back, but this is a legend both in rally, drift, and drag. Now this vehicle is rather slim, but certainly not slim pickings. It's got quite a bit under the hood, quite a bit of traction, quite a bit of attraction as far as its look. So Chase, this kind of being a decade, I suppose, of resurrection. We're having a lot of our favorite video games coming back, a lot of our favorite cars coming back.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe this is just kind of the circle of life, that we're looking at this from our point of view and saying, like, oh, well, everything's coming back this year? Or do you really think we're going through a renaissance of nostalgia at this point?
It's definitely toward the nostalgia part, but at the same time, they're coming out better than they've ever been before, for the most part.
Yeah. Not to mention Duke Nukem Forever.
And yeah, we do like those classics because they're classic. They're exotic in their own way that, your grandfather used to have them or your dad used to have them. So it's just kind of nice to have that kind of memorabilia as it carries along with these new car models.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, look out for the Supra coming out very soon. This is certainly, one thing is certain, this Supra can hang with the supercars, and it's sure to come with many surprises.
Surprises?
Yeah, surprises.
Okay.
Right. Surprise. And then on the tech front, we've got a very creepy little invention coming out. Well, not exactly coming out, but it's come to the forefront of people's attention for basically being a severed finger that you can connect to your phone. Yeah, not one of ours, thankfully. It is a robotic finger. You plug it into your phone. It is created by Mark Tessier, I believe, as well as his team out there. I believe they're French. It is called the Mobilim, and it's just in time for the creepy Halloween season. Essentially, you plug this thing into your phone. It kind of latches onto there, and you can use it as a joystick, which is awful. Where
does it plug in, though? Like
at the bottom, yeah.
The audio
No,
jack?
not the audio. The charging jack, yep.
Oh, and it's
I think it takes energy. So, yeah, that's only one of the things it does, though.
Okay.
It can also vibrate to let you know whenever you have messages. One of the things that it showed in a clip that I saw was it crawling across the table towards you, which was equally creepy. And then also it can respond by stroking the back of your hand whenever you get a positive emoji. So if you're looking to get absolutely creeped out and possibly break that phone addiction, this might be the thing for you. So Chase, as far as this new branch of technology, it kind of seems like maybe we're crossing the lines at some point, like severed fingers. Of course, VR is expanding into more inappropriate territories. Everything's just kind of going crazy. Do you think there really is any moral limit to what we can do with technology, and should we adhere to those?
Oh, coming off of a piece of equipment shaped like a finger, I don't know if that's a moral question right there, but there are some boundaries of things that you just got to ask why someone would go out and invent this and why someone would buy it. But I guess that's what we're here for, try and weed through and ask those questions. So for things like this, I guess you just want them because you want them.
Howdy there, folks. Speaking of technology and boundaries, it appears we have gone back in time in a little place of sorts called Rocket Fizz. I'm here with a man that might be able to explain this. Jacob, where are we?
We're in Rocket Fizz. It's a soda pop and candy shop. We carry old-fashioned candy that maybe your grandpa or your great-grandpa had. We carry everything from the finest root beers all the way down to butter soda. It's fantastic.
Alrighty then, and you seem rather familiar with the place. You kind of look like you belong in a way. How long you been here?
4 years this October.
Was that like October 1964, or?
Since 2014. We actually, 2014.
And you've been managing this place. What's the usual thing that you do here? You just try to like sell things to people? You try to attract the nostalgia crowd? Do you get a lot of kids? Do you get a lot of adults? Give me an idea of what a regular day at Rocket Fizz is.
All the above. Answering questions, giving brief history lessons, explaining what the candy is.
Talking into microphones with a host?
Yeah, that doesn't happen a lot.
It's kind of a unique experience here, but thank you for having us here. We really appreciate it. If there's anything else, we got a camera for you, so if you want to do any advertising, any spots or anything like that, the floor is yours, sir.
No, I believe we're good. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us here, and I guess get back to work.
Thank you, Jeffrey and Chase, for that riveting episode of Big Show Entertainment Network's The Fix to the next tier. Gosh, those guys are awesome. Hopefully soon they'll have their third partner back, Kevo, a.k.a. Baby Driver. So also special thank you to Jacob for coming on The Fix to talk about Rocket Fizz. So we're going to get right into the Ben After Dark news, and we have been extremely busy. What a night it was last night at the Church nightclub up in Denver for Green Velvet. Wow. Best set I have ever seen. The place was packed and Green Velvet delivered. Folks, he burned the house down. Or shall I say, he burned the church down. So we just had so much fun. So let's go to Beta Nightclub. On the 28th of October, we will be there for the very first time to witness Loco Dice. And then on the 6th of October, hopefully, we'll be up at the Black Box 5280. Mark Farina is in town. I'm going to have to do a little bit of recovering today from that wild party with Green Velvet last night at the church, but should make it up for Mark Farina tonight. The church will have on the 9th of November, very much looking forward to this, Jamie Jones, or shall I say Sir Jamie Jones, will be in town, and that's going to be an epic night. Very much looking forward to that. Club Vinyl will have Mija on the 20th of October. I will be in at Club Vinyl hanging out with Gary and his entire team for Mija on the 8th of December. Looking very forward to this. We first saw them, of course I'm a longtime fan, but we first saw them, myself and Major Sexy, at Splash House 2018. Dusky will be at Club Vinyl, and we promise to be there to cover that. Just a fantastic set that they put on at Splash House 2018. So Ben After Dark Fashion, Denver Fashion Week is the 4th through the 11th of November, and we are hoping to secure our media credentials for Denver Fashion Week, and if we do, we will be bringing Denver Fashion Week to Ben After Dark Fashion. So look forward to that. Eden Salon and Barbershop, they will be having their fall fashion show. We're still waiting on the exact date, and it will be at the Mansion, and we will be there. So very much looking forward to that. I'm going to get right into thank yous because we have a lot of them this week. I want to thank the director of UCCS Ent Center for the Arts, Miss Ahmad Post, for giving us that great tour on Tuesday. The place is fabulous. It's beautiful. You get to see what $73 million purchases, and it's the Taj Mahal of art centers. So go check it out. Hopefully I'll be there for the show for Diana Reeves. I want to thank Jason Weiss, the general manager of Cinemark IMAX on Carefree Circle here in Colorado Springs, for hosting us this past Thursday for Venom. Go check it out. It was a great movie. I want to thank Mr. Lemonitis, the general manager of the Church Nightclub, for hosting us for Green Velvet. And well, I cannot tell you how great that was. It was a very, very magical night as I was at the church, and Major Sexy was over at Red Rocks having an awesome time. But I want to also thank my friend Nugget and her husband and her entire crew. It was a pleasure to meet you. Look forward to seeing you again. I want to thank Drum Code Matt, and he'll know who I'm talking about. I want to thank Stephanie, DJ Delphi, for opening for Green Velvet. She opened for Green Velvet and was awesome. So the entire place was on fire by the time Green Velvet hit the CDJs. I want to thank Ruth, the notorious A&G, and her crew. DJ Big Mike, who's recovering and will be back on the show very, very soon. Of course, I want to thank the director of Big Show Q Branch, Chase Sexton, and Big Show Q Branch. Without them, this would not be possible. I want to thank Rocket Fizz and the owner, Steve. Thank you so much for hosting Big Show News for the 6th of October. We have had a wonderful time. This is a beautiful place. And folks, if you haven't been down to it, get on down to Rocket Fizz and have a little nostalgia, as Jeffrey said, and pick up lots of candy. And then after you pick up the candy and eat the candy, join me in the gym on the treadmill so we can work those pounds off.